I'd never been more thankful for having a stalker than the night he saved my life. I used to have a big social media presence and I loved it, except one of my followers took things too far. He found my address and started physically camping outside my house, knocking on the door, peeking in through the windows, testing the knob to see if it'd open. I couldn't go outside on my own without worrying he'd be there, so I moved. Away from the city, away from social media, away from the stalker. The neighborhood I chose was from a small, quiet town where everyone was friendly. Exactly what I needed. But there was this one guy there named Finn, who for some reason gave me the creeps. I thought maybe it was just my imagination. I mean, other than his creepy stare, he was really sweet. He'd come by offering to help with yard work when he saw me struggling, even fixed up my sink and washing machine. But soon he started showing up at my door with little gifts, flowers, homemade cookies. Then he started showing up just to ask me out for coffee or dates to the bar. He got my number from the neighborhood directory and started sending me texts in the middle of the night asking, "Are you awake? Just thinking about you. Why won't you give me a chance?" And the more I ignored them, the more intense the texts got. "Are you single? Have you been with anyone since you've moved?" I blocked his number, but somehow he got a new one and kept texting. That's when the letters started appearing in my mailbox. Handwritten notes saying things like, "You can't ignore me forever," and "I know you feel this connection too." My heart raced every time I found one, but then my literal clothes started going missing from my laundry room, underwear mostly. Still, I'd had enough. I marched over to Finn's house that afternoon and started pounding on his door. The other neighbors who were out mowing their lawns started walking over while I yelled, "Stop texting me, stop leaving notes, and stay away from my house." Finn opened the door and looked genuinely confused. "Whoa, slow down. Texts? Notes? What are you talking about?" he asked. I almost laughed. "Oh, don't think that's going to work on me for 1 second. You've been acting creepy since I got here," he sighed. "I'm sorry if I came across that way to you, but it's not what it seems." He began explaining how the gifts were from the other neighbors, that he was only the delivery man, and the part about asking me on dates was just to hang out so he could introduce me to other people in town. "Oh, and stealing my underwear also wasn't you?" I shouted. "Honey, Finn's been out of town all week visiting his sister. He just got back an hour ago," one of the old neighbors pointed out. I felt my face get hot, but I didn't back down. "Then explain the texts and the letters." Finn pulled out his phone and showed everyone his recent messages. Nothing to me. Nothing remotely suspicious. I walked back to my house humiliated, but I wasn't giving up. I set up hidden cameras pointing directly at Finn's house, sure that I'd catch him slipping those creepy notes under my front door, or maybe even stealing an underwear or two. But something else happened. I woke up at 3 in the morning to the sound of someone walking around my house. The floorboards creaked with every step. My heart raced as I sat up, watching a human shadow moving down the hallway, slowly getting closer to my door. My heart was pounding so loud I thought whoever it was could hear it. I grabbed my phone and pressed record just as a man stepped into my doorway. The man noticed I was awake and immediately lunged at me. I screamed and tried to fight him off, but he was so much stronger. He placed his hand over my mouth and started dragging me toward the door. I bit down hard on his finger, just enough that he yelled and took a step back away from me. That's when my front door burst open and Finn came running in. That's when I froze. "Finn?" I gasped. "Then who is this?" He tackled the guy to the ground and yelled at me to get out and get help. In a panic, I grabbed a lamp and hit the intruder over the head. Finn quickly picked me up in his arms and carried me outside to safety while our neighbors gathered around and called the police. We sat on the front porch of Finn's house, staring at my house from across the street, surrounded by sirens. "Thank you," I told Finn. "I'm so sorry I accused you. I was so sure it was you." He smiled and patted my shoulder. "It's okay. I get it. You've been through a lot." The police called me an hour later with an update. My stalker had confessed to breaking in and kidnap attempt, but when they asked about the texts and letters and missing clothes, he looked confused. Those might be from someone else. Finn reached over and quickly disconnected the call. He placed his arm over my shoulder and leaned down close to my ear. Whoops. You weren't supposed to learn about that just yet. Full story on channel linked below.